Welcome to this video demonstration of the manual mode in an automatic gearbox. Any car that has an automatic gearbox with these plus and minus figures has the ability for you to change gear yourself. In this video I'm going to show you how it's done. We're in a Kia Cee'd at the moment, although the system works in much the same way on most makes and models of cars. Now this car goes one step beyond just having the plus and minus here, in that it actually has paddles either side of the steering wheel as well. So what we're going to do is get the car on the road. I'll show you that in action so you can see how it works for yourself. Okay, so now that we're on the road, you can see that the car is currently in a standard drive mode. At any point in time that you wish to, you can switch that gear lever over to the left, and by that I mean that you can be stationary or you can be in motion at the time. So we're currently driving, so what I'm going to do is switch that over to the left, and now to change gear I simply go up a gear again, and again. You can change that at any time you want, so you can go up or down, and you can switch it back to drive at any time you like as well. So let's switch over to the steering wheel view now, and I'll show you how the paddles work. Okay, so now that we've switched over to the steering wheel mode, the paddles work in much the same way as the lever themselves, with one key difference: you don't have to touch the lever to change gear at all. So if I want to, I can gear down, even though I'm in drive, just by hitting this paddle here, I can take it down to 6th gear, or even 5th gear. And to gear up, same again. If you leave it long enough, because you've not switched the gear lever itself over to the manual mode, the car will revert back to being in standard automatic, which it's just done now. If I were to switch the gear lever over to manual and then use these paddles, it would stay in manual the whole time. The great thing with this, because it's an automatic gearbox, it can't stall. If you slow down at a roundabout and you forget to gear down, the car will still gear down for you. Similarly, if you gear up to such a point where it hits the rev limiter, the car will gear up for you. So it's never going to stall. It's just like an automatic in that respect, but just gives you a bit more control over the gears. And lastly, it might be a little hard to see on the video, but just there it will show you what gear we're in. So at the moment it says D7. So this is a 7-speed gearbox in this car, and the D means that we're in drive. If I want to put it into a manual mode, so again if I gear down, you might just better see that it now just has 6, and it's telling me or suggesting that I move up to 7th, and it's now just saying 7 rather than having the D there, because it's indicating that we're in the manual mode of this gearbox. And it's as easy as that. Now that we're back from our drive, I thought I'd just give you a very, very quick static demonstration, a little bit closer up so you can see exactly what's happening. So we're in D at the moment. Shifting that over to the left will put it in the manual mode, and then you can go down a gear or up a gear as you see fit when you're in motion, and then across to put you back into drive. Up here are where the paddles are, so that'll take you down a gear, and that paddle extends all the way down to the bottom of the steering wheel just here, so you can do any part of the paddle, and the same with the plus to go up a gear. The symbol on the dashboard I was talking about is just here. So you see at the moment it says D1, that's indicating that the car is in drive, so you don't have to do anything, but that it's in 1st gear. If I were to switch that gear lever over to the left, that's now being replaced by a 1 to tell us that we're in our manual mode. Now whatever gear you are in, so if you're in motion at say 40 miles an hour and you switch it across to the left, it might be in 4th gear and it will have a number 4 there, or whatever gear it might be, it will always tell you up there. And then if I put it back into drive, you can see that it's back in D again.